Hey, Miss Jean, it was nice to meet you this week. I'm glad your neck and shoulder is feeling better. Yeah. I know you'd said you had some people you follow that have therapeutic exercise, but I thought I'd give you a couple more moves to try this week. If you have a flat band or any kind of band, even the kind with handles would work. And let's start with our nose circle. So none of this should hurt. It should feel like, oh, that's kind of interesting. I'm going to imagine if I had a little pencil on the end of my nose that I could make a clockwise circle. And we're going to go both directions. So that's 2. And I'm going chin towards my chest, over to one side, up towards the ceiling, over to the other side. That's 3. I'm going to do 5 of each thing. There's 4. And it's pretty slow and pretty tiny. So I'm not like whipping my head way around. Now I'm going to reverse my circle down and around and up. And the goal with this release work, remember I was talking about my Ross concept? We start with release work, is I'm gathering information. This is number 3, second direction. So as I do these circles, I can notice, does it feel like it makes an actual circle? Is there a clunky spot or a spot that kind of skips? So we did 5 each way, circles and circles. And then you were talking about that feeling of sort of roundness or forward shoulder position. So this is a somatics thing that's still a release exercise. I'm going to turn to the side to show this one. I can actively round my shoulders forward. So I'm contracting my chest. Can you see my arms and hands? My palms even turn out. So I'm doing the thing my body is good at. I'm contracting my chest, rounding my shoulders. And then take a big deep breath. As you exhale, just let your arms come back to this neutral or straight out to the side position. So when I do that, that means my fingernails face away from me and my palms face me. Yeah, I'll show from the front again. Chest contracts, shoulders come in. Yeah, I can even kind of jut my chin out and go real slow, real gentle. So your body goes, oh yeah, I know how to do that. And then really slowly, gently release just back to that neutral position, meaning my chest is broad and open. My arms hanging down pretty much straight alongside me. I'll show from the back. Chest rounds forward. My shoulder blades kind of surf out to the side. And this is the release part. This is where your brain gets to figure out, how do I find that neutral position? And I'm not going so far back that I then jam my shoulder blades together. I'm coming from rounded upper back or contracted chest back to neutral. One more of those. So often when we have these postural things like rounded shoulders, maybe somebody tells us like, pull your shoulders back. And you go, jam my shoulders back. But what I'm hoping for is you can figure out how to get these muscles to release using your brain. So that's the point of that exercise of rounding your shoulders and then coming back to neutral. Okay, then we got our external rotation that you could use the band for, but I'm going to show first without the band. So if I had a really high countertop, I'm imagining resting my arm, my elbows bent at 90 on my really high countertop. Now my torso is going to stay pretty still. I'm going to see how far I can rotate this arm. It might get up to hand right over my elbow. It might not even go that far. It might go to here. Here's your front view. So I'm doing palm up. No movement really in my ribs or my elbow. Now here's with a little bit of load or resistance. I could hold my band. Oh, now I'm working that back of my shoulder in a comfortable way. So you can either attach your band to a sturdy object. I'm just holding it just to show. I'm gonna do one more. So I started with flat forearm. Yeah, actually I'll do one more with my back to you so you can see it's pretty dang subtle. It's all those little tiny muscles down here encouraging this action. So that was your external rotation from up high, possibly using the band if you want a little bit of resistance. And then you've probably done rows. Again, you could attach your band to a sturdy object. Um, I'm showing single arm. You could do both arms at the same time. So your rows, you're pulling your elbow back. There's lots of row variations. If you had dumbbells, you could do a bent over row. This is an upright version. And again, I'll show from the back. My shoulder blade, upper back muscles are working. Now here's where I could muck this up. I don't want to go so far that now my shoulder is rounded forward. Now I'm back in that contracted pec position. Not so good. So I just want to go far enough back that I can feel these muscles contracting and this open sesame. So you could do that one too. No resistance. Pulling your elbow back. Yeah. Okay, so we had rows, external rotation, nose circles. We got to do, oh yeah, our 80s headband. This is my comedy routine. So you can wrap your band, and we had talked about this. You did an exercise where you pushed your hand, similar move. Now I've just got a little resistance from the band. And so I'm going to start to drop my ear towards my shoulder. I know this one's so silly. And then I slowly come back up, and I'm just giving a couple of pounds of resistance. I'm not really cranking on my poor little neck, just enough to cue these neck muscles to do their job. So as this side shortens, this side lengthens. Dropping my ear towards my shoulder, slowly coming back up. Let's do 3 more, ear to shoulder. So I'm contracting my neck on the side and then slowly releasing and just noticing, is there any like herky jerky? Does my head want to do other things like twist? Trying to actively tighten the side of my neck, and I'll show one from the side. So I'm going ear towards my shoulder. Come on back up. Yeah, so that was a way to strengthen all of these neck muscles. I talked about tightness. Sometimes we think, I gotta stretch. Could we also incorporate some strength? So that's a nice way to do it. Also, that one we had talked about where you push and push. Okay, now this is real easy, gentle little neck stretch. Just basically the weight of my hand. I'm just gonna hang out here and breathe. So experiment with these neck and shoulder moves this week. Let me know what you think. I've got stuff I post pretty regularly on my YouTube channel and on Instagram. And then I've added you to my email newsletter. So that's, you're just going to hear all kinds of stuff from me. You're going to get me on all media platforms. We're friends now, Jean. There's no getting away from me. All right, I'll talk to you soon.